You know, he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
But it's, again, it just tells the story of it's the evil and the ugliness of people's hearts these days is everywhere.
Hey guys, welcome to the think tank. Do we have any volume? Do we have volume, friends? Please, please. Boom, boom, boom. Damn. This is a Monday for me. It's actually Thursday, but it feels like a Monday all over the place. I don't know what was going on there. I was getting everything ready, going through everything. No idea. It had a glitch. It had a little bit of a glitch. So we'll start over. We'll go here. And I'm just going to set it up again. It will not take long. You guys will probably meet Jazzy and Jazzy and Lizzie today. They're still working on the box of treats that James sent money for. Spoiled kids. So how are you guys doing? Everyone doing well? Happy Thursday. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 at a time, I think is good. Okay. Well, guys, thanks for popping back. Oh, my word. Hello, Chopper Perry. Hello, Dandy DB. Papa Wolf, hello, Mexi. Really? It's every day's a gift, Franky. You know what? Totally. Absolutely. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put up this. Rex Heuermann's estranged wife wants his collection back. Yes, I will swat flies. So it's really good to see everybody. That Heuermann case, that Delano case, oh my word, that kept us busy. I slept pretty much all day yesterday. I did the press conference and then I had a night. So Rex Heuermann's estranged wife, so Asa ELLERUP, wants his guns back, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're saying, and she wants them back. This is my hobby, so I'll carry on. It makes me happy and other people. Okay. The estranged wife of accused Long Island Cheerio Rex Heuermann is seeking to get all of his legally owned guns returned to her, arguing that they are marital property worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Robert Macedonio, an attorney representing Asa ELLERUP, argued in court that she has the right to retain ownership of any of the near hundred, ownership of any, which is interesting, of the nearly 300 guns that were allegedly purchased. He also claims any outstanding jewelry, clothing, and cash removed from Heuermann's house, Heuermann, in Massapequa Park home should also be returned to ELLERUP, who he said is entitled to at least the marital assets pending the outcome of her and Heuermann's divorce. Macedonio told Newsday he intends to file a notice of claim on the property after it's transferred to Nassau County Police for consideration on those gun charges. The county has no lawful right to any of this and is not considered legal contraband. She just does not. I mean, there's pictures of her probably when they first met. She's so pretty. Her hair's done well. She's got makeup on. And I don't think she's had it good. Asa ELLERUP, the estranged wife of Rex, is trying to get his legally owned bang bangs returned to her. This cannot be easy. Suffolk police seized more than 280 firearms from Heuermann's home while executing a search warrant in July and have since concluded their analysis, finding that some of them had been possessed in violation of the New York state law, according to a court filing. Heuermann, who was 60 on Wednesday, he has remained behind bars for the deleting of 3 women whose remains were found in burlap sacks along Gilgo Beach. He had permits for only 92 of these. Many of the other ones were long guns, which are not subject to permitting in New York. And Suffolk County Police Department property section inventory of Heuermann's gun stash includes an extensive collection of historic long gun, hunting rifles, revolvers, semi-automatic, and this is reported by Newsday. It includes guns dating back to the 1860s, as well as firearms that were manufactured in England, Sweden, Switzerland, in Italy, Russia, Belgium, Romania, Israel, and France. I don't know much about guns. Are you not allowed those? Some were used in wars, according to Newsday. So they would be collector's items, while others included an Uzi and Tommy guns. Wow. Look at those eyes. Unreal. Like, I honestly, that friendly little face that did that interview versus this, it's a total makeover. He looks terrifying. You know, thinking about running him into in a back alley somewhere, running into this guy, or dark street, and you see this guy. Ugh. Weapons range in value between a couple $100 and more than $5,000 a piece, according to the comparison inventory on the gun dealer price listing. Altogether, Macedonio estimates the entire collection could be worth about $300,000. Wowza! They are valuable collector items that he collected legally, he said, calling Heuermann a gun guy who attended NRA conferences. The prosecutors are trying to get them handed over to the Nassau County cops. But no guns are believed to have been used in the deleting of the Gilgo Beach victims. That's the thing. He was using his hands. I haven't seen anything. I mean, there's some of them that have been cut up, right? Still, none of them have been... Oh, that's not sure. I think there's 2 that may have been... I have to rethink that. The Gilgo 4. And we know that they're still working on Maureen Brainerd Barnes. So we got Melissa Waterman up there. We've got Amber Costello. Melissa Bartholomew. Her hair color's different. And they're still waiting to see if they can charge him for Maureen Brainerd Barnes. They're still... I think there's an issue with some DNA that wasn't that they're having problems with. It sounds like there was something broken on the hair. So I don't know if it was the tip. I don't know where it was, but they're having problems with their DNA. But I'd like to think that he's not far. No, you're fine. So the Manhattan architect was arrested near his Midtown office. Pizzagate. July 13th, after police were able to connect DNA found on a pizza crust, the crusty deleter. He threw out DNA found on he threw out and it matched the DNA found on the body of the three women. Heuermann is also the prime suspect in the deleting of the fourth woman, 25-year-old Maureen Brainard Barnes, whose body was found near the others. He has pled not guilty, go figure. Following the arrest, ELLERUP and her two adult children, Christopher and Victoria, had to vacate their home as Long Island cops tore it apart, looking for evidence that might help convict Heuermann in court. They were even sleeping in a car some nights. Oh, here we go. She and her kids ended up sleeping in a rental car for more than a week because they didn't know what else to do, ELLERUP previously told the U.S. Sun. I know her family is in Iceland. And a lot of times when there's like some form of abuse and I totally believe the guy is psychotic, personal opinion. So if you are married to or being raised by somebody who is psychotic, there's going to be damage. They ripped this house apart. 280 firearms. I wish they'd show. Oh, is that the vault? Is that the vault? Cops tore through Massapequa Park for nearly 2 weeks looking for evidence that might help convict Heuermann in court. What do you guys think? Is that his gun vault? This thing? I'm coming back to you. No. Okay, I'm going to see what you guys are up to. So what do you guys think? You're hearing me okay? It's really good to see all you guys. You haven't heard of this one before? Oh, my word. Yeah. I'm going to start up way back here. You don't think they'll give him back? I wouldn't give two ishes about Rex or opinion let me see, for his opinion, if he was my husband. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not somebody I would follow. Depends on the weapons involved in the case. Yeah, absolutely, right? It really does. Yes. Rex is an accused Cheerio from outside of New York in the Long Island, Manhattan areas. And I don't know if you remember, they talked a lot about the Gilgo Beach, Shannon Gilbert. All of those names are all these girls were found on one stretch of beach on Long Island. Gilgo Beach. That's what I'm thinking, Chopper, is maybe she wants the weapons to sell them and get some money, because I think with all of this happening, they've locked up their accounts. Maybe as yet do you know what? That's the thing. I personally believe there's going to be more. I don't think that... I don't think this is just this is all they've found so far. They're doing all sorts of DNA checking and all sorts of things to try and match him up with a lot of different cases. I think I've got one to go over here as well. And the guy liked to follow a woman, starting with an S, talk. I'm very limited as to what I can say. So we get some pretty fancy words coming around. But since we don't know how many victims there possibly could be, they ain't giving them back, right? Yeah. Yes. He has been charged in the unaliving of 3 of the girls. If I was her, I'd want to sell them. And that's the thing, like some of them are antiques. He was a collector. These are all older unsolved cases that they're finally solving through DNA being on the pizza crust. And he's an architect in Manhattan. Yeah. So that's what this is. They're finally starting to get these cases. They've been looking at him they started this task force beginning of 2022, I do believe. And within a couple of months, literally, they were watching this guy. They weren't charging him. They didn't have everything they needed. But this guy likes to get burner phones and contact women that are advertising, meet up with them, and unalive them. He's brutal. He's brutal is what he is. Some have been taken apart and put in different spots. So you find maybe some remains here, but you're finding other remains over there. And there's still there's these 4 that are pretty much related to Rex. I'm sure they're going to get Maureen Brainerd Barnes. I'm sure of it. Now that leaves all of the others. And it also starts to bring in Chief James Burke. I do have him in the playlists, but he's another one that's very interesting because he was the chief of police that was extremely corrupt and was could be very violent to working girls. So is he connected? Jazzy, are you serious right now? They're looking at him for some of them, like Shannon Gilbert. That's quite the case. In my opinion, I don't think that Heuermann is involved in that case, but I am curious about Dr. D-Fib and Chief James Burke. And they are in the playlist that give you a kind of a good idea, actually, of what these creeps are like. It's just like, wow, unreal. So yeah, they did that. They tore that place apart. Look at. And then they dug it all up, right? There's holes in the bathtub that, yeah, it was. ELLERUP said she was finally able to find some peace in her longtime home, to which she was allowed to return 12 days and found it was completely in disarray from the investigation. It's a mess there, she told the Sun, but this is my home. I raised my children in this home. I've got to fix it up. I'm just trying to enjoy this for now, she added, gesturing towards the Sun, pulling her hood down. I have skin cancer, you know. I have to cover up. Yeah. So his wife has got cancer. She's dealing with that right now as well. So, yeah, it's sad. Da-na-na-na. Yes. Shauna, hello there, my beauty. Not familiar with that case. He buried all of his bodies basically in the same area in burlap, positioned in same direction. Freak stuff. Well said, DB. No, he should not be. He's in the Hooskow, and he's not going anywhere. He's done like dinner. So yeah, there was some with the burlap sacks, and then there was others that His wife's DNA was found on, hairs from his wife were found on some of these women, things from him. So it's pretty hard to not. And then they've got the phones that are connecting together and then going to Heuermann's, and there's a lot to it. They have a lot of information. I think you're right. Not getting back during this investigation. Yep. Yep, no one gets anything until the investigation is over. Exactly. Justin for Shannon Gilbert. She's the reason that they found all of those girls and the baby, as well as an Asian male that's yet identified. So he was, they found him wearing a dress and what have you, so possibly trans. Yeah, James Burke refused to let the FBI join in. He sent everybody home. Like, everybody. Yeah, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, guys. It's all good. No, we're good. Nothing here. And sent all their resources away. So, until they got somebody new to kind of, well, they started a task force. They almost had to. Yeah. Is it interesting that Dr. Defib contacted Shannon Gilbert's family as well, similar to Rex. A coincidence? Hey, that's a good point. That's a really good point. I'm wondering about Burke and Dr. Defib. So when we say Dr. Defib, who he is Dr. Peter Hackett, who lives in Gilgo Beach. And for whatever reason, the night that Shannon went missing, the following day, he started to phone the family, saying he had a house for wayward girls and that he had talked to Shannon and gave her something to calm down. And then all of a sudden, he denied everything. Wasn't me. No such thing as coincidence. Yeah. Paxson, Burke, and the good doctor need to be brought in. Well said. He's an extremely tall guy. He's 6'6". He's a huge guy. No, he's 6'4". Very arrogant, a hoarder, lives in his childhood home. A mess in the neighborhood for a wealthy upscale houses. You look at the houses around that area. Oy, ay, ay. His house is so random compared to the rest of the neighborhoods. Oh, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. I am going to... Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to do this, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put myself down here. I'll show you the area around. Let's see, where can I go? They have blocked out a lot. So this is going to be Rex's home up here. They did take his truck. There's the Heuermann home. And this is kind of the neighborhood. Some older homes for sure. You know, all these are so well manicured. Beautiful area. So if we continue to go down this way, there is a park that they have not checked. Now, this guy's lived here his entire life. And, yeah, he lived there his entire life. Did you guys see that? I'm hoping. It really is so random. I just want to come back and make sure you guys can see it. Okay, I wondered. Okay, we'll do this a little bit better. Sorry, guys. Okay. So this is the area that Rex lives in. And he's going to be a little ways down here. Come on, it's right there. Why doesn't it let me go? Come on. Just really well manicured. And then Dr. Peter Hackett, he's the one there. That's who we call Dr. Defib. We're pretty much sure this is the last place that Shannon was seen. She was there for work. And then she made this 911 call that she said people were trying to delete her. And it was a long call. We don't have access to all of it. But this case, like I said, I don't even think Shannon Gilbert is part of this, in my mind. But I think Dr. Hackett is sketchy. No, I know, right? Makes you want to look around. She did put out quite a few pictures. Yeah. Well said. Well said. I know. Peaches and baby dough. Oh my God. It's heartbreaking. Okay, let's see. We'll go back up here. This is actually fairly interesting, guys. Dee Dee. Maybe he wanted to be more scary and more creepy than the yeah, Texas Chainsaw guy. He's pretty creepy. He's pretty creepy. So, Gilgo Beach suspect Rex Heuermann once followed employee onto a cruise ship. I couldn't find you anywhere. What the hell is this all about? Alleged Gilgo Beach Cheerio Rex Heuermann, who was so obsessed with showing off his hunting skills to a female colleague that he followed her onto a cruise ship, and the freaked ex-coworker says, no doubt, going out shooting, hunting, that was Heuermann's passion. Muriel Enriquez told CBS Erin Moriarty in an upcoming 48 Hours special, her former boss, who was arrested in July for decades-old deleting for at least 3 young women. So we know that at the time he was 59, married with 2 children. So 59, married dad of 2, architect, once demanded to know where Enriquez was going to be for her 30th birthday. I told him, I'm going to be in the middle of the ocean and you're not going to find me in the middle of the ocean, she said. And he said, oh, yes, I can. What? On the second day of her trip, there was a white envelope under my door. It was from Heuermann. Oh no. The note said, I told you I could find you anywhere. Now, how creepy is that? I mean, he doesn't have a happy face. This doesn't look like, oh, cool, I want you as my new boyfriend. No. That's not, yeah, freak. So where was he? When was he doing this? When he was married to Elsa or Asa? Was he just I think he ran the place. I think it was like, don't ask me where I am. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Mind your own business. Keep the house clean. That's almost how I feel that relationship was. So the unnerving message proves doubly chilling in the wake of Heuermann's arrest this past summer for the unaliving of Amberlynn Costello, Megan Waterman, and Melissa Bartholomew. And there are so many other cases they're looking into. All three women were found wrapped in burlap off Ocean Parkway near Gilgo State Park, a few minutes from Heuermann family's home in Long Island on December 2010. The burlap was indicative of a hunter, an expert told Andrews in a preview of the upcoming 48 Hours. Yeah, he's a fairly big guy. But no, I don't think he's in shape. Strong, possibly, but Heuermann was captured on the street. Oh my goodness, is this the cruise ship? The boastful subject tracked down one of his employees even when she was on a cruise. When investigators tore apart the family's dilapidated Massapequa home, after his arrest, they unearthed a concrete-lined vault lined with guns. Shortly after his arrest, police had a major breakthrough when DNA swiped from Heuermann's discarded pizza crust, Pizzagate, was linked to a sample taken from the material from Waterman's body. I'm very confident that Mr. Heuermann's our suspect, Suffolk County Police Commissioner Rodney Harris told Newsday a month after the bombshell arrest. Harrison declined to comment on whether Heuermann was looking to delete again. That's the thing. Like, he was starting to make calls using his phone again. He was starting to look like he might be hunting again, so they picked him up before anything else could happen. But they basically thought a few months into 2022 that they had their guy. So it sounds like he may have been still with working girls and such. So yeah, do you guys remember seeing, this is the house, all the people around the house to see what they were doing, digging it up? Is Rex Heuermann going to be held accountable for the others on Ocean Parkway? Time will tell, the official added. Heuermann is in custody in Suffolk County after pleading not guilty to multiple charges of first and second degree. He has 2 months. In the 2 months since his arrest, police in Nevada, South Carolina have allegedly looked into possibly that he preyed on women in their jurisdictions as well. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is now looking into a direct comparison of Heuermann's DNA and a genetic material found with the body of 17-year-old Victoria Camara, who was found deleted in 2003. Heuermann owned a timeshare in Las Vegas since around 2004 and traveled to the area semi-frequently, whatever that is, semi-frequently. So, yeah, they're lucky that they got him off the street. Well, they haven't set any kind of date yet for that case. He's just sitting in there. Yeah, no date yet, Chopper. Chopper, there was an interview with a former street lady that had a date with him and got an extremely creepy feeling when she got away. She's a hairdresser today and turned her life around. Yeah, she is the one that I think you're talking about, the blonde girl. Her name's not coming to me right now. I think you're talking about her. She has been giving quite a bit of interviews. And she was saying that, yeah, for some reason, he kept trying to get her to go to his house. And she was like, yeah, no, maybe another time. She said he was just creeped out and that he was talking about the investigations. Yeah, Rex's first wife left because she said he was never present. Yeah. Do you hear Jazzy in the back singing for cookies? Yeah, mid-90s. What are we setting? What are we setting? Let me know. I want to join too. In the press conference, the attorney felt that he had a solid case. So we are talking about Heuermann? Yeah, the blonde. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen quite a few. Is it Nikki Brass? It very much could be Nikki Brass. I don't remember her name. She's blonde, pretty. Said she had dinner with him. Oh! He sounds like a winner. And by that, his prize will be prison. Oh, yeah, they got him like 7 Ways to Sunday. They've got him. And, I mean, they will obviously bring in more, but they're going to dig up as much as they can on him. It is her name, Nikki Brass? Okay. Okay. So it looks like it says prosecutors to turn over the guns found in the Long Island Cheerios. So I'm curious. I haven't, oh yeah, solid case. Absolutely, friend. Yeah, absolutely solid case. Let's take a boo. Okay, how do I get rid of all this stuff? Just do that. Suffolk County prosecutors are seeking to transfer over 280 firearms seized by the home of alleged Gilgo Beach Cheerio, Rex Heuermann, to Nassau County, where he could face possession charges. Okay, I still want these pants. Oh my goodness. Prime suspect of Maureen Brainard Barnes. So, according to Long Island 12, can't you just go away? No. Suffolk County have completed their analysis on the weapons and ammunition taken from Heuermann's Massapequa Park home and determined that some of the items may have been possessed in violation of state gun laws. Assistant District Attorney Lawrence Apiso stated in a motion that proper jurisdictions for any charges related to unlawful possession of items would reside in Nassau County. The specific sections of New York's firearm law that Heuermann may have violated were not stated in the court filings. Prosecutors have previously stated that no guns are believed to have been used in the deletings for which Heuermann has been accused. See, isn't that a different face than that other one? Look at that guy. He looks like a total pushover there. Oh my, hey, dandy. Dandy. No, there's absolutely nothing remarkable looking about him. No. Okay, Chopper. Yeah, what a case. Hey, Tracy, good to see you, friend. Very good to see you. Welcome. Okay, so yeah, this picture here just absolutely amazes me because it's almost like he has morphed into like kind of this passive looking individual to this extremely aggressive looking individual. He's a nut bar. I'll be back on screen in 2 seconds. Well, probably about 7 minutes. 5. Yes, and he's got Donald hair. That's what it is. He does. Ooh. Schmuck is all I think when seeing Rexy Boy. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. I see he just danger alert. He sets off like warning bells all over the place. Yeah, he does have Donald hair. Okay. Oh, an inventory of weapons seized from the home showed that he had collected many guns from the early part of last century, including assault rifles and guns with defaced serial numbers. Ooh, ooh. The inventory list also included boxes of ammunition, gunpowder, and survivalist gear. The motion to transfer the weapons was filed after conversations among Suffolk, Nassau, and New York State Police with the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Heuermann, who is currently housed in the Suffolk County Correctional Facility in Riverhead, has pled not guilty. Yeah, and that's nothing new, is it? Authorities have also named Heuermann a prime suspect in Maureen Brainerd Barnes. So, they are looking at him for a fair amount of other cases. Yeah. Yeah, I'd cross the street if I seen him approaching, then proceed to throw... Yeah, Gilgo 4, the Gilgo deleter, yeah. I throw rocks at him. Yeah, that's what you get. That is funny. So has everybody come on over and joined us in Discord yet? I've seen a couple of you. I think that's just terrific. I pop in and out yesterday. Honest to goodness, guys, I cratered. I really did. That was a lot of days of chasing a dwarf around. Just unreal. So where? Oh, that one. Gonna add a couple more. We're good. We're good. Okay. Never done Discord? I'm sure one of the girls can stick the link in there for you. And if you click it, it'll take you right in. And we've got a pretty good page there. It's full. Yeah, the girls have a ton of fun in there. And guys, like all of them have a good time in there. There's not creeps in there. There's just us. We keep it all drama free and friendly, just like we try to keep the channel. So yeah, a lot of people are a little nervous about Discord. They've had unpleasant experiences. But I tell you what, if you join us, you will not have any. Everyone's awesome. Everyone is absolutely awesome and will help you. Lots of info, like Mexi says. So yeah, click the Discord link and someone will always be, well, I don't know during a program, but there'll usually be somebody around to help you and doesn't take long. So you get to the main page and everybody will wave at you, say hello, hello, and you're there. Oh, it's 6:15 here in the UK, watching and having McDonald's. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, Nami. Oh my goodness. So yeah. I have something up here? No. Okay, let's take a look, my friends. So Gilgo Beach, Cheerio. Suspect Rex Heuermann is being investigated in the 1989 deletion of a worker whose remains were found just miles from his New York home. Yeah. Lovely. Suspect Gilgo Beach Cheerio is now facing an investigation as to whether he's responsible to yet another deleting of a working girl near his Long Island home that dates back to 1989. This will all make sense to me because I don't believe these girls are the only victims. I believe there's many based on his age, based on his attitude, based on a lot of different things. So everybody's digging all over. Like, we're even looking into the Springfield Three, which is the most bizarre case. I don't think I've got a tab for that, but in Discord, but I will get one. Just give me a reminder and I'll pop that in. So Heuermann is charged with first and second degree deleting in connection with the deaths of 3 victims, Melissa Bartholomew, Megan Waterman, Amber Costello, and saying that he is a suspect in Maureen Brainerd Barnes' case. He is now being investigated in connection with a 1989 of a worker, Carmen Vargas, who was found bound near Heuermann's home. Oh my. In Nassau County District Attorney's Office confirmed the inquiry. Vargas family said there are too many similarities to the deleting of the other Gilgo Beach workers. What a difference with his face. Hey guys, doesn't even look like the same guy. Like, he just turned into like evil man. I don't know. So this is Carmen Vargas. Older picture from a long time ago. I believe he did it. I believe he did it when he first started deleting. Felicia Figueroa, Vargas's niece, told The Sun. Figueroa was just 12 years old the last time Vargas was being picked up by a man outside of the family's apartment in East Harlem that night. She got into a dark car, Figueroa told Pix 11 News. I could tell he was a white man with glasses. Vargas was later found dumped on the side of Meadowbrook Parkway. Do you know this one, Mexi? Meadowbrook Parkway. Just 7 miles from Heuermann's Massapequa Park home, and she was found attacked. The suspect was thought to be Long Island serial deleter Joel Rifkin. Oh, Joel Rifkin. We do have information as well in my playlist about Joel Rifkin. So the suspect was thought to be Long Island serial Joel Rifkin, who denied it in 1993, despite copping to 17 other deletings. Like, look at the people that were running around this area. Total whackabirds. Like, unreal. So there's Heuermann, there's Burke, there is Joel Rifkin, and there's one more. There's one more. His name isn't coming to me right now, but one more right in that area. That's not me. That's not my work. But we thought it was him, so we they just let it go. She got in touch with an investigator at Deleting Inc., who was looking into the Gilgo Beach deletings, published findings under a pseudonym. Always for me, location is the most important factor, the publisher said. It's far more important than an MO. A Cheerio can change the way they do things. There's no rules that Cheerios have to do things the same way every time. And that is the thing. They can change it up. Total new man here, right? Oh, look at me. I'm such a nice boy. Blech. I do believe that's his office. But yeah, right in Manhattan. Let's watch him. This is where
This tracking script will increase your ad ROI by 20 to 30%.
This is where they nab them.
Guarantee it, or I will give you.
No! Come back, come back. Look at this, guys. They just surround him out of nowhere. Check it out. Yeah, they got him. Heuermann's dramatic arrest outside his office in Manhattan's Fifth Avenue on July 13th came as a result of a decade-long hunt for the infamous Gilgo Beach Cheerio. Unreal. Heuermann counted Nike, American Airlines, and Target as clients during his 3-decade architectural career, during which he allegedly also that to 3 women and taunted their families with phone calls. Oh my God. And he did. He would phone. He talked to the younger sister of one of the girls. Talked to them. Oh my word. 2 days later, cops realized they may have a manic Cheerio on their hands when 3 additional sets of remains were discovered. Those of Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Amber Costello, and Megan Waterman. The first set of remains found along the Strip coastline in December 2010, when the body of Melissa Bartholomew, 24, was discovered during a search for Shannon Gilbert, who was 23. They were found along a half-mile stretch on Gigolo Beach, where several other remains have been found, some of which police are still determining if Heuermann had anything to do with. And you see, I know people are saying, how could 2 people use this as a dumping spot? I think it's possible. In my mind, I think it's possible, just due to how remote it is. If James Burke, is responsible for any of these, and personally I think he has to be, due to how he shut down that entire case, I think it's possible that some of them are going to be due to Burke, not Rex. Personal opinion. Oh, aren't you just the friendliest guy ever? I don't even like looking at your hands. Look what you've done with them. Okay, so this is a really good description. It's a really good map. So Amber Costello was found down here. This is the highway that goes through, and it's a Parkland Highway. Oh my word! It's not called the Parkland Highway. So Gilgo Beach and Ocean Beach, the little villages are along this, and otherwise it's pitch black. So they've got down here Parkway. It's going to bug me now. So Maureen Barnes was found right here. Like, they were all lined up. Waterman, Barnes, and Bartholomew. Costello was over here. And then not too far up, you've got an Asian male, and he was found in women's clothing. I think we've got one that's unknown right in between. Jessica Taylor from 2003. What do we got? Unknown. Jane Doe. And then we've got a toddler. So we've got on the bottom a Jane Doe. And she has been, they're not showing it here. This Jane Doe is not the toddler's mother, but somehow the baby was right there and the mother ended up on the other side of the parkway. Ocean Beach Parkway. There we go. Like oh my word, did they go 2 weeks through this house? Let's see what this is, friends.
This tracking script will increase your ROI by 20 to 30%. I literally guarantee it, or I will give you thousands.
This is from the basement that no one was allowed to go in but Rex. Look at that, eh? Look at those doors. The only Rex was allowed down there. This is before they ripped it all up. Compared to all these houses, eh? And then right behind here, there's a woman that lives there. And they would, is that right where or what? Just behind his house, there's the fence. And he used to go and like creep out the woman that lived there that was wearing a bathing suit and trying to catch some sun. He'd gawk over the fence and try and talk to her. Finally, the husband told her, like, back off my wife. You're freaking her out. Investigators claimed following Bartholomew's disappearance, taunting phone calls were made to her family, where a man described grim details on how he SA'd and deleted her. The sickening phone calls were used by police after he was first floated as a suspect in March 2022. According to documents filed in court, investigators that month were looking into the deleting of Costello, where a Chevrolet Avalanche was spotted by a witness at the time of the deleting. They were able to see the vehicle, which totally matched Rex Heuermann's. Following the identification as Heuermann of the owner of the vehicle that matched one seen at the crime scene, cops issued over 300 subpoenas, search warrants, and other legal processes to obtain further evidence including his cell phone records. Through Heuermann's American Express records, people were able to link him to Tinder accounts under which he used a pseudonym, his middle name, Andy. That account was linked to one of his many burner phones. He's going by Andy. He was known to go through a slew of burner phones. Each case, new burner phone. New, on his social media, he'd have a new person made on his social media that would go to the phone, the burner phone that he just got. And then he didn't use those burner phones anymore, just for that one case. So he was known to go through a slew of burner bones. So recently as the year has, let me see here. And as recently as the year, he used one of the phones extensively for working-related contacts, including workers and massage parlors. In January, with police surveilling him, police recovered a pizza box that he had tossed into the garbage in Manhattan. They were unable to match the DNA from the leftover pie. They were able to match the DNA from a leftover pie with a sample that was taken from the burlap sack that the deleter used to conceal Waterman's body. Police say that the burner cell phones and the victims' phones put Heuermann in the area where the victims were surrounded around the time of their disappearances and around Midtown Manhattan office when phone calls were made, including taunting Bartholomew's. So yeah, Pizzagate. No, 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 no. So this is his wife, Asa, and her son. I can't remember his name. He is handicapped. It's just so sad. Because I really don't think she had anything to do with it. Look at that stuff. Oy, oy, oy. A haul of weapons. One of the burners allegedly used by Heuermann showed extremely graphic internet searches for SA and, oh my goodness, guys. Very restricted as to what I can say. While an email addressed by Heuermann saw him regularly Google in search of updates on the Long Island Cheerio case, including podcasts. Yeah, he was following it. He was following it very well. Anything that came out, any information that came out, and some of his Google searches, really? Come on. So while an email address used by Heuermann, the case has drawn immense public attention. The mystery attracted national headlines for many years, and the unsolved deleting were subject of the 2020 film Lost Girls. You know what? If you have not seen Lost Girls, check it out. It's actually a really good show. It's informative. It's accurate. So let's see. Determining who deleted them and why has vexed a slew of seasoned homicide detectives through several changes in police leadership. Last year, an interagency task force was formed with the investigators from the FBI, as well as state and local police departments aimed at solving. They were on this like flies on caca. The investigator charged with tracking down the deleter for years, ex-police chief James Burke. Bad man, bad, disgusting man. James Burke was the one that was at Pickle Park. Yeah. Following his arrest, and he was the chief of police that shut down the guild, like that entire Lisk case. He shut it all down. And you really, if you have time, check out the video on James Burke. It will blow you away. And then I'd like to know what you think about it. Tell me if what you think, is he capable of doing the things that most of us believe he did? Like, he did end up in jail for, I think it was 46 months for attacking someone who stole a bag, like a bag, out of the back of his patrol car. And when they got the bag back, well, they found dildos in it and all sorts of corn, lose the C, add a P, in with his like policing stuff. So when they realized and figured out who had this, the kid was like, ah, ha, 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 ha. Well, they drug him into the precinct and somehow shackled him to the floor and did some very unpleasant things to him. And the guy sued them, and he got away. He got it. Burke went to jail. He just got out in 2018. And then I don't know what he's been up to. I mean, he's had to have been up to some stuff that we just don't know about. He's had to have been. He's disgusting. Because he had his pickle hanging out at Pickle Park. That's a no-no. That's a big no-no. Especially for the chief at one point. He's not, his reputation is not improving. But check it out, because you will learn a lot about James Burke. And most of it is toxic as all get out. So let's see. The investigator charged for tracking him down has been condemned. Recent months for handling of the case. Following his arrest, forensic investigators scoured Heuermann's home, where they retrieved a bevy of items, including a freezer and a massive haul of firearms. Okay, Asa and her 2 adult children left the home immediately under police instruction, meaning they did not have time to find their pets amid the chaos. Yeah, they took them to a shelter, which they weren't very pleased with, but they did get them back before anything happened, thank God. You see the brother, you see the son here, he likes to walk the dog. Melissa Moore, the daughter of Cheerio Keith Jesperson. Do you guys remember him? He was the smiley face. Met with ELLERUP, the daughter did, to offer her support. She told the son that police sent the family's cats to a deleting shelter. Not cool. Not cool. Rex's son, Christopher, who suffers from stepson, who suffers from learning difficulties, was able to locate his service dog. Yeah, it's a service dog, Stewie, before they were shunned from the property, but they were unable to find their 2 cats. Moore said they left assuming the police would care for the animals, as they left without any notice. Immediately, the authorities trapped the cats and sent them to their deleting shelter. No, that's not cool. Thanks to the attorneys, ELLERUP and her children were eventually able to find their cats and bring them home. Moore added, lawyers representing Asa learned that her animals were in a shelter and arranged for them to be removed before they could be euthanized. Okay. Atelier de Valeurs? I don't know, guys. I'm not good with Mexi might know that one. Why am I getting music? What the heck was that? So, she lives next door to the family and said that since the man's arrest, the family have been spending more and more time out on their front lawn because investigators have left the house uninhabitable. There has been, I don't know if it's still going, they did have a GoFundMe account, and it's in the description if anybody wants to help out Elsa and her family. So she told the New York Times they're having barbecues in the front lawn. They never did anything like that before. Suddenly, they're out there all the time. Well, probably because, that's a freaked out cat. You're scared. Poor little thing. Yeah, their backyard's been ripped up, so I don't imagine that that's been dealt with. Wow. Unreal. Just unreal. What are you guys thinking? I'll have to come back. I'm just going to set a couple things up for us. But yeah, what do you guys think? Why do I have all these? 1, 2. One, two. All right, let's see here, friends. Just gonna see what y'all are doing. Yeah, this is it, guys. Yeah, he has plenty. He's got money. I don't know if it's the truth or not, but they're saying that he had something like $7 million in his account, but everything's frozen. So Asa can't get a hold of it. And I don't even know if he would let her have it anyways. Like, I really, really don't know. Sorry, guys. Hopefully I don't offend anybody, but this is what I use. This is my fibro medicine. Like I said, it's better than the medication they want to give me. Well, no, actually, my doctors are phenomenal. It's different than from what most doctors wanted to give me. Ew. That's gross. I watched a video on how MCDs doesn't ever clean those machines. Blech. Don't like McDonald's the way they used to. Yeah, right? They might even cut him a deal and reveal if there's any more and where and who. Yeah, that's one we're talking about yesterday. She's from Freeport. Rex made calls from Freeport at that point. Oh, yeah, for all of these women, there is a connection. Oh, there is a connection from one. There's just a connection where you'll see, say, a girl's phone here, Rex's phone here. All of a sudden, the cell phones meet here, and then they go off together, usually towards Massapequa, and that's where Rex's house is. And that's that. Sometimes he would use those phones to taunt families, so he obviously kept them. And other times, I don't know, because they took 7 phones, right? Once they're able to put his DNA in CODIS, I think the lid's going to blow off. Oh my word, right? It's awesome how they can find DNA now. Terrifying as well. Drop your hairbrush somewhere, wind blows your hair, ends up near a scene in, I have to go look over here. Wind blows hair, ends up near the scene, and bang, your DNA is there. Oh yeah, you can be walking through, I don't know, I'll say Walmart. Your hair's coming off, stick to somebody's pant leg try clothes on and decide you don't want them. Pick something up and go, oh, I like this. Like, truly. I think New York doesn't allow DNA to be put into CODIS until you've been found guilty. However, they are allowed to share his DNA profile with other states, so they could check unsolved crimes. That makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. You're so right, Mixie. You're so right. I watch trials because all the discovery evidence comes out, and I try really hard to withhold my opinion until after the closing statements or until the evidence becomes so overwhelming. You yell, guilty. Oh, yeah. And the thing is with researching all of these cases, you always come up with more information and more information. So you have to check all the different stuff, and all the things are alleged. Everything I have said, even though I'm taking it straight from the news, which is also has to have 3 checks, supposed to be guaranteed that it's good. But you have to be really careful because some just want to get gossip and crap out there. They just want to mess with the cases somehow. So it's not okay. You have to be really, really careful. Yeah. I think they'll be making progress here soon, Dandy. I agree. I know they're checking in Las Vegas. Same thing as Atlanta. Said it would be about 8 weeks. Okay. Ocean Parkway. Yep. Baby was found next to Valerie Mack. Thank you. My puppy is always begging for food. Does anyone else have this issue? Oh my. You wait. You'll meet my girls. That's the thing. Got sidetracked with this case. Alex Murdaugh, then Delano. Need to catch up much with this one. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with this because I haven't done anything, and I usually do daily, if not every second day, because I'm trying to cover a bunch at the same time, right? And, oh, sorry, guys, I'm getting comfy. I got sidetracked during chasing Delano. That was like insane. That was just insane what we watched. Yeah, if I have something in my hand, my dog wants it. I know this area looks so nice until you get into his house, and it's what? What? This is it, Tracy, right? This is so wrong. What is wrong with people? Oh, yeah. This case, it's just, it has so many different branches, so many rabbit holes. And yeah, try to keep on top of them because this can go any which direction. As far as, here we go, James Burke and Rex. What was happening in that timing? Seriously, check out the playlist. I think you will enjoy it. I really do. There is a lot of information if you're interested in this case. Ugh. Knowing someone is watching you and never knowing where, how, who must be absolutely terrifying. Do you know what I was thinking when they... I was watching on that Delano when he was running. That SWAT team came in and they were like hunkering down in the bushes. I was like, that's creepy. That is creepy. You couldn't see them at all. And I'm thinking, it's that easy. It's that easy to hide the bad guy. And it was creepy to me. I just found it very unsettling how easily somebody can be like watching you without you knowing it. Delano said that someone just about stepped on him. They were so close. They had to climb up the corn stalks. Oh, he does. He does. Well, James Jameson, welcome, welcome. Don't laugh, climb. Well, hey, Jopper, my lord. Hello, my lord. Yes. He just got arrested again. Most of the charges were dropped. Yeah, he had 4 charges, and the 2 biggest ones were dropped. It's unreal. The bevy. Dandy, I get vertigo standing on a chair. I don't climb up on anything for any reason. That's fair. Oh, that disturbs me, James. Seems very strange that the pets were sent away to a delete shelter. Can the cops even do that? Oh my goodness. That disturbs me. I mean, I know we're all pet lovers on this channel. That doesn't impress me a whole lot. I don't know how they got away with that. Usually don't they try and get a hold of family or something? Like, why wouldn't they have gotten in touch with Asa? I think she was sleeping in her car just down the street. Dandy. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I can't show that. Hey, that's nice. Mexi and I are the same. Like, it takes 2 seconds. No, but they sent him to a deleting shelter. Like, it was a shelter that, they will keep for a certain amount of days and then they just delete them. Oh, yes. Big creep. Big, big, big creep. Yeah. The cats were healthy. Yeah, they did. somebody help them get the cats back. But just the thought of it, it's like, what? No. No. It does. It seems really ate up for the cops just to automatically send them to a delete shelter. Most shelters in big cities put them down, but don't have the budget or space to keep them. Is that right? Same as the UK? It is so sad. You know, I could never work in one of those places because I honestly would be dragging pets home. You guys know how many I have in my zoo. So yeah, I'd be out of control. Isn't that sad, Chopper? But yay, he got a good home, right? He won the kitty lottery. Kitty lottery. Yeah, burner phones. I think they collected 7, and I'm not even sure if that's including the one he was like his regular cell, but they took 7 burner phones. His what he would usually do is set up like an email address or something along those guys, a profile, and then attach this burner phone to that account for each one of the victims. And then he would start, making calls to this one particular girl. So I don't know if these burner phones that they collected, I'm sure that they have information. Ooh, I agree. Say what? You want to hurt my kid, my cat? Watch out. Oh, I turn into a total different beast. I do. I am a total different beast. You go anywhere near my child or my pets, you're going to see that side. There's a good side, the bad side. You go anywhere near my family, you're going to get that side. And that's never pretty. I don't like that side. I don't even like it. I like this side better. Yeah, okay. The burner phone and his regular phone. Oh, yes. I love DNA talk. And she does. She does. Yeah, you should never not freak out unless you're planning off. You should never freak out unless you're planning on offing someone. No. Yeah, Mexi is all about the DNA. Just loves the DNA. Okay, I'm going to bring this up. Oh, the hair studio. No. Gilgo Beach Task Force to investigate more missing workers. Some of these things have got so much yucky advertising. They take up the whole damn spot. Rodney Harrison, the police commissioner of Suffolk County, confirmed Wednesday, September 13th. Confirmed yesterday. Confirmed Wednesday, he's adding 2 investigators to the Gilgo Beach Task Force to investigate whether another missing worker in the county could have been tied to the accused deleter, Rex Heuermann. It won't bug me no more. So Harrison told the news that central question will be how many workers are still missing in Suffolk County and what are their potential ties to Rex Heuermann. Harrison added that 2 detectives will branch out and investigate workers missing in Nassau County and New York City's 5 boroughs. I think that's wise, guys. I think that's pretty much what he has to do. I'm thinking they have to look everywhere. Harrison added that 2 detectives will branch out in Suffolk County. The police commissioner promised to make the Gilgo Beach chiller investigation a prime focus of his administration when they took over the helm of Suffolk County Police Department in December 2021. I'm tripping over my tongue. Harrison joined forces with Suffolk County District Attorney Ray Kearney, who is now preparing to prosecute Heuermann for 3 of the original Gilgo 4 deleting victims found on Ocean Parkway in December 2010. The New York State Police and FBI have been crucial partners on the task force, along with Suffolk County Sheriff's Department. I bet now that they finally have the FBI helping on this case, like, oh my goodness. Yeah, this is all the stuff that Burke stopped. 6 others' remains were eventually discovered on the Parkway, and they are still being investigated for potential ties to Heuermann or another alleged deleter. So this is where Burke comes into me. Like, maybe not all of them, but why was he like stopping that investigation? You would think as the chief of police, you'd want to get kudos for solving a big case, but no, he shut it down. So Heuermann is a married father of 2, Massapequa Park in Nassau County, was marking his 60th birthday Wednesday behind bars. Aww. Pled not guilty to it and is frustrating law enforcement with his refusal to answer questions. Just as a good Cheerio will do. Unreal. Unreal. Catch up here. That's right. Yeah, you don't mess with any family members or cats or dogs or family. That's it. Like, if I seen someone not doing something nice to an animal, I mean, I'd be all over it. I'm sorry. I don't think I could think first and then react. I think I would just react. I'm not good with some things. It sets me off. So this case here, they've been talking about, there hasn't been an absolute confirmation, but this is Julia Ann Bean, and they're thinking and they're looking to see if there is a connection, because they do believe with her, we'll have to read into it, but I do believe her daughter seen her with Rex before she left, either getting into the vehicle or I think it was them getting into the vehicle. Let's find out. South Carolina cops didn't care when Julie Ann Bean disappeared 6 years ago, but hopefully they care now that her case has been linked with accused deleter Rex Heuermann. A friend of the missing mom says Julia Ann Bean, who was officially reported missing from her home in Sumter on November 18th, 2017, but by the time the mom of 3 hadn't been seen or heard from in nearly 6 months. How does that happen? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Beautiful lady. The last sighting of Bean, 36, came in the Red Bay Road area in late May or early June. Her daughter was one of the last people to see her before she vanished. Last month, Heidi Kovis, a friend of Bean's, told the U.S. Sun that the daughter now believes she spotted her mom in the company of Rex Heuermann during her fateful last encounter. Heuermann, 59, New York-based architect, was arrested in July and charged with those 3 deletings. So he owns some land in Chester County, South Carolina, close to his brother Craig Heuermann, which is roughly a 2-hour drive from where Bean was last sighted. Bean's daughter, apparent revelation occurred after she saw a news report last month involving Heuermann and the Gilgo Beach probe. In messages sent to Kovis, which have been reviewed by the U.S. Sun, Bean's daughter wrote, "I have the chills. I have seen him. That was the last man I saw her with personally." Ooh, da la la la. Kovis relayed that the account to the Sumter County Sheriff's Office and pleaded with them to investigate Heuermann. The department is now reinvestigating Bean's disappearance, but has so far failed to establish any concrete links to the accused deleter. The FBI has also joined in the investigation. While she eagerly awaits answers, Kovis told the U.S. Sun in an interview late last month that it's a relief to see finally her friend's case being thoroughly investigated after years of being cast aside. How bad is that going to feel when you have a family member that disappears and literally it seems like they don't care? It's... What do you do? Kovis said she believed law enforcement saw Bean. Kovis said she believed law enforcement saw Bean, who struggled with addiction and had prior criminal offenses, as a problem. Who was otherwise not worthy of their time. She was definitely treated unfairly by police at the time, said Kovis. You know, you see, they throw them away. Let me put it this way. Do I think they cared? No. Do I think they did anything? No. Do I think they're scared now? Yes. Do I think it's because they were understaffed? No, they just didn't care, she added. She had been in and out of jail. She was addicted. Her husband had just passed away and he had been in trouble and he OD'd. Just suffered a lot. And I think they were looked at as a problem and now they're both gone. Kovis had been campaigning for years to raise awareness about Bean's disappearance in the hope that she will be found alive and well. During that time, she described Sumter investigators as being unhelpful at times, even hostile in her actions with them. Kovis tearfully said, "It hurts. They don't care," when she went missing, but I hope they started caring now. I don't care what Julie was. I don't care what Julie did. Julie was still a human being. Julie was still a mother. And now she will be a grandmother. Where's my friend? Why aren't they getting their butts going looking for her? Just makes me angry. She was a human being and she was so sweet. She was a good person and a great mother when she was sober. The SCSO had been contacted for comment regarding Kovis' claim. In a press release issued last month, the department claimed it was extensively investigated Bean's disappearance since they were first alerted to her vanishing back in 2017. According to Bean's daughter, who couldn't be reached for comment, she said last saw her mom on June 1st, June 2nd, 2017, the night before she was set to graduate from high school. The mom and daughter made plans to get their nails done together and arrived at a local salon separately. Bean's daughter waited for her mom outside and saw her pull into the parking lot in a dark truck driven by a man she now believes to be Rex Heuermann. The man in question introduced himself by a different name. Bean's daughter believes he was driving a Chevrolet Avalanche, the car at the center of the case against Heuermann in New York. I have her 3 tickets. One was for him, for my graduation. Just in case she lost one, I gave him one too, so he could bring her, Bean's daughter recounted via text. He told me he had a lake house and big boats if I ever wanted to have a boat party. He offered to take me to concerts and told me he wanted to marry my mom. I never saw her again. What? Are you kidding me? So Sumter is roughly 100 miles south of where Rex owns property in Chester County. While Bean's last physical sighting is believed to have occurred in early June, her last activity on social media came in mid-July. Kovac said she's unsure whether Bean may have been involved in work around the time of her disappearance, though she said Sumter was active and in the party scene, I guess. Let's just do this. And it's possible Heuermann made the 2-hour drive from Chester County to seek encounters. Her daughter was mentioned and a few different men were giving her money, said Kovac. She never told me about doing work or anything like that, but that's not something she'd just talk about. Kovac reported Bean's daughter's account of Sumter's officials on August 20th. The daughter had been in direct contact with police and had been described as cooperative. In a press release issued August 29th, the department said it had been pouring over with information they have recently reserved to determine if there is any link with Bean and Heuermann. What do you guys think is going on? Yeah. Literally, they don't have much, so they get treated like nothing. It's not cool. It's just not cool. Everyone matters. Yeah. Yeah, the world does need more compassion. 1000%. Mexi, furry monsters is the perfect description. Mine just conned me into giving him food. Those big, beautiful eyes get me every time. Oh, my word. Yeah, nothing true or sad. Yeah, there is. There's a lot of groundbreaking research on addiction. It's not always the way it seems. You know what? I watch a lot of the true stuff, the true crime stuff, documentaries, places that I consider good resources. And you know, what's happening is horrible. People being portrayed one way, and it's not always, no addiction is good, but it's not always the way it sounds or the way it's been portrayed in the media to make everyone think. My heart, not ones that get all loaded up and go delete people. Yeah, I'm not really interested in those ones. Well, even with that said, I watched one last night. Any of you guys, just a random question, any of you guys, when you drank or if you drink, blackout drinkers? I'm just really, really curious. I'm really curious about this. The ones that are in chat right now, just give me a fast number 1 or a yes, whatever easiest, or a no. Anybody blacked out when they're drinking? I was watching a program yesterday, and when I was younger, I was a blackout drinker every time, all the time. And this person was a heavy drinker and was a blackout drinker. She'd been abused by her husband, like bad. You can even, they had a video inside of their house. So there was even footage of stuff that was going on. So one night, she used a weapon on him. And she sat down, she had a cigarette and watched. And then she called the cops. Now, by the time she called the cops and sat there smoking her cigarette, he was like getting in bad, he was going. So they're asking her, why is he leaking this red stuff? And she's like, I don't know. Well, she said, hurry up or he's going to delete. Like, you guys have to hurry up. Well, they hurried up and found out what was wrong. Took him to the hospital. He was in super bad shape because this happened to his head. So she phoned them to get this help, phoned the cops to get this help, and slowly things were starting to come back to her. And they didn't believe her. They didn't believe her that she blacked out for that time. And then that slowly, you're thinking about it hard because this is horrible. Thinking about it hard and you're getting like these little tiny clips of memory. Well, the cops are like, this isn't the way it happens. But you know what? I never did what she did. But if I blacked out when I was drinking, I blacked out. But little tiny, if I really thought about it, tiny bits would come back to me. The rest is just gone. So it always kind of makes me wonder when they're saying, yeah, it just doesn't happen. Because for a fact, I know it does. I don't know how to take that case. I really don't know what to think about that. Because I don't know if... Oh my word. I just think that it is extremely possible and likely that something like that can happen. How the jury took it and all that stuff, I'm not concerned about. But the fact that they didn't think that that is something that could happen, they didn't think it was realistic. It disturbed me a little bit. When I see things that are things that I know are actually really possible, it's like, oh, why? What? Wait, back up. It's, oh my goodness. I wouldn't know I don't know how I would deal with some of that stuff. I don't want to ever be in a jury. I don't want that job, thank you. I want nothing to do with that. Oh my goodness. So we got a couple more tabs to go through. Everyone's doing good? Y'all doing good. At the very end, I think I'll just really quickly throw that in for us to go over. Let's see here. Up, up I go. Way, way up. That makes my blood boil. We need more compassion, furry monsters, adopt me, pedestals. Exactly, Tracy, well said. I hope she gets some answers concerning her mom. Poor girl. Oh my God, right? Oh my God. Far too many people who is on some kind of addiction, there is a background of trauma, abuse, anything, and they use their choice to shut down. And where's that word? Not think of it for an hour or day. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I can agree with, I mean, personally, agreed. I agree. Yeah. How'd you end up way back down there again? People who usually feel broken inside. Yep. The only time I ever blacked out was when I was, oh, yucky. Yucky, Mexi. Yeah. Never got drunk to black out. Yeah. I drink, but not blackout drunk. Many just want the pain to stop, the thinking of what happened to them, so they use the drink or other things to block it out. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. I don't know. The ones here that are members, check out. There's a little bit. I told a little bit of my personal story. It's in with the members stuff. So anyone who's in there, that just gives you a little bit of an idea of where I come from. And the only personal thought, no, get back up there. The only personal thoughts from a drinker now in recovery, but it was always to shut off. Yeah. If I didn't get to that point when I was a kid, I didn't think I had a good night. Yeah. Yeah, that is very scary. I was around a big group of good people, so they got me safely home, no worries. Nice. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, glad your friends had your back. Well said. You can use your dopamine and other hormone before the age of 6 if not brought up by relaxed, attuned. Addicts are replacing the feel-good hormones just to feel normal. DB, well said. Yeah, well said. Oh, they're terrifying, Tracy, aren't they? Yeah. Tracy, do you know what? This is why I had to stop. And I get aggressive if somebody comes at me or somebody I love. So I just stay away from it. I have to. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what to think of that story. That's how we got onto that. I really don't know what to think of that happening, because they don't seem to understand what blacking out does. I think they just didn't seem to understand how you will have little shots of memories. I mean, brief. And someone might come up to you and go, "Do you remember this?" And it's like, no. I remember being out of it and going, what was that? Parasailing? I don't remember. Well, I remember it, but I had to ask like something like 25 years later, did that really happen? Oh, yeah. It's like, oh my goodness. Okay, Rex.
Parenthood is a journey filled with
Yes,
countless
it is.
decisions, especially when it comes to your child's education.
And she had booked a cruise vacation.
Where are you going? He said, I'm gonna be in the middle of the ocean. You're not gonna find me in the middle of the ocean. He said, oh, yes, I can.
Muriel didn't think much of the comment until the second day of her trip.
There was a white envelope under my door. It was a note from him.
Oh, my
The note
word.
said, I told you I could find you anywhere.
You see how freaky is
This
that?
tracking script will increase your ADRY by 20 to 30%.
So again, this is Rex. Creepy note left by Gilgo Beach suspect Rex Heuermann. Haunted colleague who feared he was hunting her. Oh my God, this man. Manhattan architect Heuermann, 59, was identified by police as the prime suspect in the Gilgo Beach deletings on July 14th. Muriel Enriquez, I think, a former colleague of suspected Gilgo Beach, Rex Heuermann, has claimed the architect hunted her down years ago. He's just a creep. Between 2010 and 2011, law enforcement officials located at least 10 bodies, with some wrapped in burlap along the Long Island, New York beach. So connecting the unalivings and confirming that they were looking for a potential Cheerio. They wouldn't narrow the search until over a decade later, after matching the DNA from leftovers of a pizza. Pizzagate. Heuermann threw away with hairs collected from several of the bodies in the Gilgo Beach case. Authorities took Heuermann into custody. So they're even saying that when his lawyer came, he started to cry and said, "I'm innocent." Yeah. Allegedly do all of this. And he cries when he gets caught. Oh my God, this world. So he pled not guilty to 3 counts of first-degree deleting and 3 counts of second-degree in July. And he is being probed for several others. A former colleague recently came forward to note a chilling experience she had with the deleter. So this is the cruise ship. At least she wasn't surprised at the over 300 firearms uncovered within the basement of Heuermann's home, as Enriquez, I don't know, I'm bad at this. Like some of these, I try. Okay, knew the architect to be an experienced and passionate hunter. Going out shooting, hunting, that was his passion, the former colleague told 48 Hours Erin Moriarty. In response to what she believed Heuermann liked about hunting, Enriquez noted that she supposed he liked the idea of having a prize. She suspects these qualities of Heuermann due to her personal experience and allegedly being hunted by the accused deleter. The former colleague recalled a trip on the cruise ship for her 40th birthday, which she explained to Heuermann that she was going on. Of course, he said, "Where are you going?" She said, "I'm going to be in the middle of the ocean. You're not going to be able to find me in the middle of the ocean." And allegedly he said to the coworker, "Oh, yes, I can." Enrique added that she took her trip, brushing off the architect's comment, until she was on the second day of her cruise vacation. She came back to her room to find that letter had been slid under the cabin door. It was a white envelope under my door, the former coworker recalled. It was a note from him. The note said, "I told you if I find you anywhere." And a sneak peek clip, 48 hours, teased several other interviews. So that's going to be Saturday. It's a couple days from now. It will premiere on CBS and will stream on Paramount. For more on Heuermann and Gilgo Beach, check out, not yours, check out Franky's playlist. Oh my word. The story on why a lawyer claimed Heuermann and former Suffolk County Police Chief James Burke may have met for... Okay. This is the first I've heard about that. Heuermann, may have met. Have any of you guys heard about that before? Guys, have you ever heard that he... I gotta go down and see what she's saying to me. Okay. Is that it? That's it. Wow, guys. I wish I knew more about what happened there. Oh, DB, I am so sorry. No, 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 no. I am so sorry. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Oh, right? That's true. Do you think he'd go to weirdo parties with him? Like, okay, what about Dr. Defib? Where would Dr. Defib fit in this? So do you think that means there's a possibility that maybe Rex also knew Burke through Dr. Defib at these weirdo parties? Jeez Louise. He just seemed like a jerk. Virginia businesswoman recalls bizarre encounter with suspected gigolo. Cheerio, Rex Heuermann. Let's see.
Serial killer Rex Heuermann, we're still unpacking a string of bizarre encounters he's had with the legal system. News 12's Tara Rosenblum just learned of an incident that played out a few years ago in Virginia, prompting a local businessman to sue Heuermann. Now he's sharing the details for the first time.
He was just arrogant, and, kind of the "I'm better than you" kind of feeling.
Jeff Sample, the owner of...
You see, and that's the thing. That's what everybody is saying, that he felt like he was the man. Arrogant. He was better than everybody else. Just what?
Precision Lawn Service in Virginia is recalling a 2018 brush-in with a memorable client, a man he described as a towering, aggressive architect from New York City.
Just seemed like a jerk.
But despite his initial bad vibes, Sample says he agreed to do landscaping work for the sharp-elbowed businessman who identified himself as Rex Heuerman. And the job began a few days later at the Palmyra home of Heuerman's mother, Dolores.
It was just basically go clean up the yard because it was all overgrown. And I kind of remember him complaining, like he had a big dumpster there. You know, he asked us to throw some stuff in the dumpster, and he didn't like the way we put it in.
When the work was complete...
What? So, Virginia? Hey, girls. Have we heard about Virginia? Have you guys? I'm sorry, DB. Mexi, have we looked in, I don't think I've poked around Virginia too much yet. Yeah, Virginia. Okay, we've got South Carolina. We've got Massapequa. To be looked at still. Nopers. Exactly, dandy. Okay. What the actual heck? I've ordered a couple, actually, I ordered a hoodie. I hope it fits, and I'll let you guys know what kind of quality it is. And I've got a book, might be there. I'm waiting for a book for the cases. No, we have not poked around. Isn't that something? What? Like what? Yeah, we've looked at Atlantic City a little bit, Las Vegas, Long Island, of course, bombed around Massapequa, but we have not poked around Virginia. Okay, his mom. What? I have to go back just a little bit, guys. Meow.
And the job began a few days later at the Palmyra home of Heuerman's mother, Dolores.
It was just basically go clean up the yard because it was all overgrown. And
Landscaping work for the sharp-elbowed businessman who identified himself as Rex Heuerman. And the job began a few days later at the Palmyra home of Heuerman's mother, Dolores.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry I'm stopping it because I want that address. Palmyra, Virginia. Really? What? Jeez Louise. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing. Oh, for those that are following the Kohlberger case, it was basically whether or not the media is going to be able to stream his court case, right? So where it sits right now is defense does not want cameras in there. Prosecutors do not want cameras in, but there is a bunch of news outlets that are contesting this in a big way. So the judge did not make a ruling yesterday. We'll find out, I'd think in the next little while as to whether or not the cameras are going to be in. So that's what happened yesterday as far as him being in court.
it was just basically go clean up the yard because it was all overgrown. And I kind of remember him complaining, like he had a big dumpster there. You know, he asked us to throw some stuff in the dumpster, and he didn't like the way we put it in.
When the work was completed, Sample says he sent a bill to Heuerman in New York, but never received a dime.
Month later, still no payment. Another month later, still no payment.
So Sample finally took legal action and filed this civil suit down in Virginia in January 2019, which resulted in Heuermann ultimately coughing up the $850 he owed. And the next month, property records we obtained from the Fluvanna County Clerk's Office show the same property was sold by Rex's mother to a buyer for $208,000. A transaction Sample says he may have entirely forgotten had it not been for Heuermann's bombshell arrest this summer, 400 miles away.
When I saw him, like, on TV, I was like, that looks familiar. And then, put two and two together. And
Sample also remembers seeing a certain Chevrolet Avalanche parked right outside the home that he believes is the same vehicle that led detectives to Heuermann's doorstep.
So he has this one that they're talking about. And then he also had one that pretty much identical, same year and what have you, but it was green. And it was in South Carolina. And they grabbed that one too.
In Massapequa Park.
The last thing I would have expected.
But now that his initial shock is worn off, Sample says he's just praying the families of the Gilgo Four receive justice.
Yes.
Hopefully they can prove their case.
Tara Rosenblum, News 12.
Yeah. Unreal. Virginia businessman spoke exclusively to News 12's Tara Rosenblum about a brush he had with suspected Gilgo Beach deleter Rex Heuermann in 2018. Jeff Sample, the owner of Precision Lawn Services in Virginia, says he remembers Heuermann as a towering, aggressive architect from New York City. He was just arrogant, kind of I'm better than you kind of feeling. He says he just seemed like a jerk. Sample says he agreed to do landscape work at the Palmyra home of Heuermann's mother, Dolores. Boom. Thank you, friend. Okay. It was just to basically go clean the yard up. He complained about minimal things, and he's quite, yeah, he likes to complain. So he did end up getting the $850 that he owed, and the following month, property records obtained by News 12 from Fluvanna County Clerk's Office show that the same property was sold by Heuermann's mother for $208,000. Wah, wah. Okay, let's take a look at this. You're so cool, you're so cool. Okay, so this here is the house that she was living in. 18? Why 320? 18? What do you think? Okay. 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,560 square feet, single family. That's about all that they give us. Oh, spacious open concept ranch home in a quiet area of Lake Monticello. This home offers huge, let me see what I need. Cathedral ceilings, wood-burning fireplace, and skylights. Give me 2 seconds here. Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of information. Spacious, open concept ranch home in a quiet area of Lake Monticello. This home offers a huge, light-filled main. Let me see what you guys are seeing. No. Okay, that's the house there. Can you see it good? Wood-burning fireplace and skylights. Additionally, there is an oversized master bedroom and a large walk-in closet, an ensuite with double sinks, shower and tub, and 2 other generous bedrooms, and an unfinished basement with rough-in. Home boasts hardwood flooring, new carpet. A large door offers plenty of space for any size vehicle, plus toys or workshop. The open backyard is fenced for 4-legged friends or little ones. The roof is new, along with new gutters, gutter guards, chimney cap, located a few blocks from the beach, and access to all other amenities. Wowzer. Unreal, hey? Unreal. Okay. So I'm just gonna really quick look at this, and I think it'll probably deserve its own. We want to dig into this one a little bit and see if there's connections anywhere, because this has been unsolved for way too long. Way too long. So this is the Springfield Three is what they call them. So it's Cheryl Levitt, Suzanne Streeter, Stacy McCall. And they disappeared from a Missouri home and have not been seen since. This is the 3 of them. The 2 girls, one is their daughter and one is the daughter's friend. Stacy McCall, Cheryl Levitt, and Susie Streeter. So they were taken from their home and just gone. It's been 31 years since 3 women vanished without a trace from a home in Springfield. And their loved ones and community are still searching for them. On June 7th, 1992, 47-year-old Cheryl Levitt, her daughter, 19-year-old Susan Streeter, and Streeter's friend, 18-year-old Stacy McCall, disappeared from Levitt's and Street's Springfield home, and they have not been heard from since. They've been nicknamed the Springfield Three. The women's disappearance have stumped investigators for more than 3 decades, but the authorities still ask public for any information that would help solve the mystery that has shaken this Missouri town. So the night before, friends Suzanne Streeter and Stacy McCall graduated from Kickapoo High School in Springfield and were celebrating their accomplishment by attending a graduation party that evening. According to the Charlie Project, I have got them pinned. Let's see here. So, an online database documenting missing persons case. After the parties, both women drove separately back to Streeter's house with plans to stay the next night there. They were last seen around 2:15 a.m. on June 7th, according to the Springfield Police Department. The Springfield News Leader previously reported that based on the women's items in the home, it was clear that Streeter and McCall had already gotten ready for bed at the time they were abducted. Their jewelry was left in the bathroom, along with damp cloths believed to have been used to take off their makeup the night of the celebration. McCall's shorts were also folded and sitting on top of her shoes. Streeter's mom, Cheryl Levitt, was last heard from by a friend at about 11:15 p.m. on June 6th. According to the police department, when the authorities arrived at the residence the following day, her bed looked like it had been slept in, and all of her personal items were left behind. Authorities believe the women were abducted sometime between 2:15 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. on June 7th. The address of the home where the women disappeared from was 1717 East Delmar Street in Springfield, Missouri. And when authorities arrived on June 7th, the family dog was in the home, along with keys, money, jewelry, and personal items, and the women's 3 vehicles, according to police. There was also no sign of struggle. The only thing unusual about the house was that the 3 women were missing from it. Wow. Retired Springfield Police Captain Tony Glenn previously told the Springfield News Leader, "You had this feeling as you looked around that something was missing, that something had to be missing, but there wasn't. Just them." The only thing in the home that was amiss was a shattered porch light, according to the Charlie Project, in addition to the front door being unlocked. So that's where I'll leave that for now. And we'll work on that, or you guys look into it. Hey, JJ, thank you, James, for everything. Thanks for helping. And thank you, my mods. You guys have worked your butts off for me the last while. I appreciate you. Welcome, all of the new subscribers. I appreciate you. You're all great. I'm loving when I get a chance to watch in the chat. It's like, yeah, love it, love it. So guys, I am going to cut this stream. I don't know. I've still got other cases to look at today. Not much happening with Koberger. I do want to see if there's anything happening with Richard Allen. And I'm really wanting to learn a little bit more about the Springfield Three. So what I'll do is, now we basically know what's happened. When we're done here, I will start a file in Discord for the Springfield Three. So we'll start piling some stuff in there as well. Everyone doing good? Much love. Much love. Guys, I'm going to thank you right now for joining me. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell for a reminder and that thumb to help me in the algorithm. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.